Hey guys, what's up? Happy Monday, happy Labor Day. Hope you are having a fantastic one. Hope you have had a good, restful weekend. Maybe it's been fun spending time with your friends, your family, just hanging out. My name is Kurzhal. It's good as always to see you guys. I like to describe myself as an AI and automations guy, somebody who loves to help you get back your time and grow your business with AI and automation. So this live Q&A today is something that we do every Monday evening from about 6 p.m. Central to about 6:30, where we come live and answer your questions that you have about AI and automations for your business, for your investing, whether you're a beginner or whether you're somebody who maybe has a cash flowing business and you're just looking for ways to optimize that. Bring those questions to this live Q&A. That's what this is here for. I'm so excited, y'all. And today might be a little bit different depending on how many questions we get in. So I've seen some things lately about OpenAI's recent release on some improvements to their voice AI. And so maybe what I may do is I may go look at one of these articles and kind of look through it and kind of get a sense of what's going on there if nobody has any real questions. Besides this, like I have posted in several other places online, today we are doing another one of our giveaways live of Alex Hormozi's new book, $100 Million Money Models. So I'm really excited to get to that today, guys. We're going to be giving away a total of 4 copies. So you will have plenty of chances to win today. We're going to be doing that towards the end though. So to win your copy, I'm going to be posting a link in the chat in just a moment, and you're going to go there and you can enter to win a copy of that book. We'll do that giveaway live, and then I'll follow up with you to make sure that you get access to those resources. Now, with all that said, I want to just add one little caveat. Those 2 of those copies are going to go to someone and their friend who they bring along. So if you have a friend that you know would love to have a copy of Alex Hormozi's new book and you want one for yourself also, you can increase your chances of winning if you go get your friend, bring them to the live stream right now, and then when I post that link, go ahead and fill that out, both you and your friend, and you will both get an entry. So let me go ahead and do that now. I also want to throw out, while I'm putting this link in the chat, if you guys have any questions that you do want to submit for today's live Q&A, I also have the link already available in the chat or in the comments if you're on Facebook versus YouTube. You can go ahead and submit those questions and I'll see them come in live on my side. So please go ahead and submit those questions if you have them. Let me go ahead and get this link for you guys. I'm really excited to get into today's content and giveaway. Let me pull up this link, copy it. One of the cool things that I'm working on right now is putting together like a giveaway bot actually to help manage this in the comments. So hopefully in the next week or so, we will have this ready to go where it is, I'm able to just, say, hey bot, go ahead and put this link in the chat for everyone. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this on Facebook. So there is our giveaway link for the day, and then on YouTube as well. So there's our giveaway link. Y'all go ahead and fill that out. That'll enter you for the giveaway at the end of this live stream, which is going to be in about 30 minutes. We end around 6:30-ish. So we'll probably leave a little time at the end. So maybe more like 20 minutes or so. All right. I am super excited. Let me go ahead and take a look and see if we've got any questions at the moment coming in from anybody about AI, automations, systems for their business, maybe for their workplace, something that you just want to know in general, something you're struggling to understand, maybe a specific problem that you need solved. Let's see. Okay, I'm not really seeing any questions at the moment. So what I'm going to do while I kind of wait for questions, and since the giveaway is going on right now, you know what? Let me also throw this up so that way it's very, very clear. There you go. And that QR code is out of date. So my apologies, guys. I forgot to update the QR code. Don't worry about the QR code. If you make a submission, use that link in the chat. So let's see here. You know what? I can do the QR code actually live. So while you guys are trickling in, if you want to enter for that giveaway for a chance to win a copy of Alex Hormozi's new book, $100 Million Money Models, then go ahead and click the link that is in the chat. Go fill out that information, and then you should be good to go. All right. What I'm doing right now is I'm generating a live. I'm going to see if I can generate a new QR code to go on top of this, because create a downloadable. If you guys didn't know, you can actually use ChatGPT to generate QR codes for you. So if you give it a link, and you just say, hey, please create a downloadable QR code for me. Then what it does is let's see here, QR code, giveaway code, and then we'll say September 1st. Okay, and we're going to put that in our live stream assets, and we're going to, let's see where that, we'll say giveaway Q. Okay, I'm going to try to rename it according to what I had before. So giveaway QR 2025 08 20 actually today's September the 1st .png. All right, so that's going to go there, and then we're going to see if I can swap this out real quick live. Yeah, so you can I just used ChatGPT actually to create a QR code that goes to the giveaway link. So this one that I've got on the screen here, this is actually old and it needs to be swapped out. So what we're going to do is swap this out live, and hopefully this just works. Boom. All right, let's check that. Let me check that out with my phone and see how that looks. So on your side, guys, you should be able to see this. Let me check it on the live stream to see how it's going. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna use our phone here to take a picture. Copy that link. I need to make sure I look at it in a doc so I can see the full link, because I cannot do it otherwise. Hope you guys are having a good Labor Day. All right, looks like that link is up and live on the QR code as well. So you can click the link if you want to join the giveaway in the chat, whether you're on YouTube or in the comments on Facebook or in the chat on Facebook. That is there. You can go ahead and enter now. We're going to be giving that away towards the end. We're going to be doing 4 copies total. If you've got a friend who wants a copy, 2 of those copies are going to be going to you and a friend that you bring to this live stream. So go ahead and get them on now and have them fill out that form along with you and say, hey, I was referred by my friend so-and-so inside that form. And then when we do our giveaway at the end, we're going to be able to see who gets a copy of the book. All right. So now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and look and see if we've got any more questions. I don't see any more questions. So what might be helpful, what might be more interesting this time for our live Q&A is if I go look up some of these articles on some of the recent releases by OpenAI, because OpenAI recently released some updates to their voice models, which it sounds like it's like a real-time, let's see here, voice AI real-time updates. And it sounds like it's going to be very, very fast. So let's take a look at this article here. So I'm going to post this into the chats as well so that you guys can read this if you so desire. So this is the article that we're reading right now. Okay. So they say here, this was just a few days ago, introducing GPT real-time and real-time API updates for production voice agents. Okay, this is really exciting, guys. For those of you who don't know, I'm someone who helps people with AI phone receptionists. And so having more real-time voice AI to be able to handle these calls is really, really important. The latency has been getting better and better over the last several months to about a year now. But if we can get it like almost no latency, that's even better, because then it feels like a real, person, like you're having a conversation with a real person. It just is smoother overall. So they say we're releasing a more advanced speech-to-speech model and new AI API capabilities, including MCP server support, image input, and SIP phone calling support. Okay, that is sweet. So that means that this voice model is going to be able to handle images. So this is going to be like in your chat GPT. I guess you can give it images, and it's probably going to be somehow combined with like your camera. We'll see what the article says. And then it's got new MCP server support. So MCP is a protocol that just lets you essentially plug in external tools into the AI, and then the AI can execute those tools. So you can, like, let's say you've got like a Facebook account or a YouTube account, or maybe it's an email system that you have or something like that. You can plug that in as a tool, and then the AI can directly interact with it. And it makes it very easy to create these customized AI agents, almost like AI employees. So that is really cool. And then they got SIP phone calling support. So for traditional phone systems, it looks like they're creating ways to integrate. So they say, today we're making the real-time API generally available with new features that enable developers and enterprises to build reliable, production-ready voice agents. The API now supports remote MCP servers, image inputs, and phone calling through Session Initiation Protocol, or SIP, making voice agents more capable through access to additional tools and context. We're also releasing our most advanced speech-to-text model yet, GPT Real-Time. The new model shows improvements in following complex instructions, calling tools with precision, and producing speech that sounds more natural and expressive. It's better at interpreting system messages and developer prompts, whether that's reading disclaimer scripts word for word on a support call, repeating back alphanumerics, or switching seamlessly between languages mid-sentence. That is sweet. That is really nice. Like, could you imagine having an AI employee that can speak multiple languages for you, take your calls and potentially talk with somebody who might not be a native English speaker, for example? That is really awesome. So they say we are releasing 2 new voices, Cedar and Marin, which are available exclusively in the real-time API starting today. So this is going to be something that's available to developers like myself. They say, since we introduced first introduced the real-time API in public beta last October. Thousands of developers have built with the API and helped shape the improvements we're releasing today, optimized for reliability, low latency, and high quality to successfully deploy voice agents in production. Okay. So unlike traditional pipelines that chain together multiple models across speech to text and text to speech, the real-time API processes and generates audio directly through a single model and API. This reduces latency, preserves nuance in speech, and produces more natural, expressive responses. Okay, guys. So here's why this is really, really cool. So, the reason why this thing is going to be much lower latency, it has to do with the way it's built. So the way you need to understand these voice AI agents is essentially the way they work is we take audio and then we generate text from it. So that goes through speech to text, like some kind of speech to text processing. So that's usually some kind of AI model that runs. And so then you get your text, okay? Then that text would traditionally go through a large language model, something like ChatGPT, right? It's something that ChatGPT runs on. So it goes through, say, ChatGPT, and then it comes out on the other side with your output text. So you put the input text from the transcript in, you get a transcript out from the AI, and then the transcript text that comes out of the AI would then go into a text to speech model. So you're doing this encoding in between, and there's a lot of extra processing that has to happen there for that connection. Because of that, you're never going to be able to get around the latency. You can try to keep reducing it down by getting more powerful machines, but at the end of the day, like, there's going to be probably some lower limit there that you're not going to be able to get past. So what they're doing is they're taking that and they're squishing it down, and they're removing that speech to text and text to speech process and just making it a speech to speech process. So now what's going to happen is audio is going to go into this model, this AI model from your speech, and then it's going to directly generate the audio that's going to come out of it. So that reduces latency way low. Like, at that point, it really just comes down to, okay, how quickly can the machine process the audio directly? And then it's going to come out. It's going to sound pretty darn good because it's more direct. Like, you don't have this translation layer that you have to worry about as much. That's going to bring down that latency on calls. So if you've got a system doing outbound calls, or if you, like in my case for the clients I do, that I work for, any kind of inbound calls that somebody maybe has a conversation with, like maybe somebody calls your main line, or somebody is responding to a bandit sign you have out, or something like that. That's going to be very, very fast. So that's going to be a really, really nice interaction on the phone. The other key thing here is that they are adding this ability for these models to call the tools. So what this means practically for you guys who are like business owners is that these models will, if you give them special, like certain tools or software that they can access, for example, like let's say a booking link or like a calendar that they can book calls on for you. Let's say you have a lead calling in, and then that lead wants to book on the call. Like, you don't want them to go off, because if you try to like send them a link, they may not book, like, right? Like, you want to close that loop really fast. So you could have your agent set up, your AI receptionist set up to essentially book on your calendar immediately. And so you can give it the tools to do that And so you get all the benefits of, the latency and it sounding more like a real person. Plus it can actually do things like a real receptionist would do for you. So that is going to be super cool. The other use case I see here is going to be for like personal assistants. So you could create a personal assistant that has access to your calendars, to your emails, to all sorts of other things like that, that you'll be able to like just talk to, and then it'll be able to do those things on your behalf. And then your interaction with it will feel more like a real person. So this is a huge, huge update. Let me see if there's, before I go on, let me see if we got any new questions coming in. Okay, I don't see any new questions coming in today. If you're joining now and you're here and you're enjoying this, that's fantastic. If you got questions, drop a question at the link that I have in the chat. I'll be able to see those come in on my side live. And then also we are going to be doing a live giveaway at the end. So if you want a copy of Alex Hormozi's new book, $100 Million Money Models, then go ahead and click the other link that I have in the chat on Facebook and YouTube. Fill that out. We're going to be going through that at the end. We're giving away 4 copies today, and 2 of those are going to be going to someone and the friend they brought. So if you know a friend who wants a copy, bring them to the live stream right now and have them go fill out that form along with you. You guys fill it out separately. Have them put your name in that form as the referrer. And when we do that drawing, you are going to double your chances to be able to get a copy. So go ahead and fill that out now while I am taking a look at the rest of this article. If we don't have any submissions today, then this is going to carry on to the next week. Submissions for the giveaway, that is. We'll just go next week, and then we'll up our submissions. So we'll up our copies that we're giving away. So if you want a copy today, go fill that out right now. All right. Let me go take a look here at the rest of this article. So let's see here. They say introducing the GPT real time. It's their most advanced production voice model. Let's see here. Customer support, personal assistance, education. Oh, that's a good use case. Let's see here. Instruction following, function calling. Okay, their audio quality is going to be good. Let me see if I can play this for you. I don't know if you'll hear this. No, hold on. Let me see if I can run this through the speakers. Maybe you guys will be able to hear this a little bit. So, actually, maybe you guys can hear that. Let me see.
The CFO confirmed the Q3 budget review for next Thursday. Payroll shared an updated timeline for bonuses, moving to September 15th. Procurement requested your approval on a software license renewal. 2 invoices from vendors are pending your signature. And finally, a reminder to submit expenses before the end of the week.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's from Marin. Let's see about Cedar.
I've canceled your old SIM card and ordered a replacement. It will arrive at your home address within 2 business days. In the meantime, your phone is protected from unauthorized use. Would you like me to also enable eSIM so you can stay connected right away?
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I like that. So let's see what else they have to say. Actually, I want to see if you guys... No, you won't be able to hear that. Okay, so I do have to switch over to my speakers. That's okay. So let's see here. Intelligence and comprehension. GPT real-time shows higher intelligence and can comprehend native audio with greater accuracy. Can capture nonverbal cues like laughs. Oh, that's really good. Switch languages mid-sentence, adapt the tone, like snappy and professional versus kind and empathetic. According to internal evaluations, the model also shows more accurate performance in detecting alphanumeric sequences, such as phone numbers, VINs, etc. in other languages, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, French. Okay. That's really good. They are up to, let's see. So they are at accuracy of 82.2%. That's pretty good. Previously, their preview was at 81.5%, and overall that's up. I mean, that's from just a couple months ago. So, I mean, overall, this is, they gained like 15% since December last year. So that's pretty good. For instruction following, their accuracy is about 30.5%. Okay. For function calling, it's 66.5%. So that's going to be like giving it tools, essentially. So that's pretty good. They're up from about 50%. So they gained about 15% there. They gained about 10% on the instruction following. So they're definitely still, there's some gaps here that need to be covered, I think, for it to get to a point where it's like incredibly good at maybe using tools. But for the most part, it's gonna be pretty decent. And I've definitely played with these things already for some clients, not with the real time, but setting up these AI receptionists, and they come out sounding pretty good for the most part. So we're just gonna get better and better and better at this point. Yeah, so you can add MCP servers, so tools essentially to these things. You can give them image input. Okay. So that's going to be good for, I think that'll be really good for personal assistants. Like, let's say you have your personal assistant running on your computer, right? Or on your phone, and you've got like a picture of something that you want to reference as you're speaking. You could take advantage of something like that. That would be really, really handy, because then you could say, hey, look at my screen, and can you see this part of my screen, and then explain what you want or what you're running into. So they've added other features to make it easier to integrate. So the SIP support, so you can connect your apps to the public phone network with direct support in the real time. So it almost sounds like it can actually directly, instead of running like through your server. So normally you would run a server, and then your server would go out to their API, and you get some response back, and you do something with it, and you might send it out over a phone. In this case, it almost sounds like you can have it directly go from OpenAI servers to the telephone network. And if that's the case, that's really great, because that reduces latency even more. Like that's just going to make it even faster. So, excuse me. So that is really, really helpful. Okay. Let's see here. Their pricing. Okay. They've reduced their prices by 20% compared to their preview. So it sounds like, okay, it's $32 for 1 million audio input tokens, $64 for 1 million audio output tokens. So, I'm not entirely sure how that translates to audio, like how much audio translates to a token. So I'd have to go look that up. But okay, guys, that's really, really interesting. So we are at the end of our time, and we don't have any additional questions for today. So that was some very interesting stuff that OpenAI has put out about their real-time audio. That's going to be a real killer, like a really killer application when we're talking about AI phone receptionists and personal assistants going forward. This is going to be really, really handy. So I am pumped. All right, y'all. Let's take a look and see if we have any entries for tonight's giveaway. If we have no entries, then we're going to carry it over to next week. And we'll go from 4 to 5. So let's take a look and see what we've got in our system here. I've got to reload. Give it just a second, y'all. Okay, let's see if we've got any submissions for today. Okay, guys, I don't see any submissions for today's giveaway. I guess that means that what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll over the giveaway to next week, and we're gonna increase it by 1. So next week, we're gonna be giving away a total of 5 copies. If you want a chance to win a copy of Alex Hormozi's new book, $100 Million Money Models, then come join the live stream next week. And if you want to double your chances with a friend, bring a friend, have them fill out the form, and you guys will both get a chance to win a copy. So 2 of those 5 will be for you and a friend. All right, y'all, we're going to end it here for the day. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you had a fantastic Labor Day. Hope the rest of your evening is fantastic as well. It's time for us to jump over to the AI Employee Club. If you're interested in what the AI Employee Club is, it's a private community for anyone who has an interest in learning about AI employees. We've got a course in there to teach you about how to set up an AI phone receptionist from scratch. We did it with actually as a challenge with folks who didn't have any previous experience. So when you join the AI Employee Club, you get access to that. And we're going to be giving away a guaranteed copy of Alex Hormozi's book when you join as well. So let me throw this up here. There's the QR codes for all that stuff. I might as well throw the links in there for anybody who's interested. Also, if you want to join our reminder list for our future Q&As, we do these every Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time. But if you want to get reminders for those every week, those will be sent out in your email. We also may be increasing the number. It just kind of depends on how things go with my schedule, but I may be increasing the number of live streams that I do every week. So if you want to get those reminders, then you can join that as well. So let me throw the link in here for the AI Employee Club in Facebook and YouTube. So there's Facebook, there's YouTube, and let's throw in our link here for the reminders. So there's YouTube and there's Facebook. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to the AI Employee Club now. We're going to get back into building our giveaway bot. What I'm trying to do is automate some of the processes here for these giveaways. So what I want to be able to do is I want to say, hey, like bot, please, would you generate that link for me and put that in the chat for me automatically? And then would you also select a winner from all of the entries? So we're going to be working on that. I've made a good bit of progress. We got to make a little bit more progress to get that ready. So anyways, thank you guys for coming. As always, it was a pleasure to hang out with you. Hope you enjoyed that information about OpenAI today. And remember, if you want a guaranteed copy of Alex Hormozi's book, you can join the AI Employee Club. We're going to do that for the next 150 people who join. And then if you want to get a free copy next week during the live Q&A, just show up and we'll be giving those away, up to 5 copies. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. as always, have a good one and take it easy.